Well, what do you say to Basement Tapes number 288? We're here. We're ready to go. And boy, what a huge part of my childhood. Night times, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, something like that. Pizza, soda, and a little fun in front of the television for Happy Days every week on ABC. I have one of these Happy Days cards, 1976 Tops Happy Days. And let's get into it with Beckett. Beckett goes deep here, and Beckett tells us that it's produced by Tops. There's 44 of them, 50 cents average value, $22 total value. No rookie cards, 8 to 20 bucks for this 1976 Tops Happy Days. Also have a pack of these, an unopened pack by my friend Robert out there sent me a pack of these, I believe. So anyway, 44 of these produced by Tops. Beckett, of course, deep with information, not about non-sports vintage. They're all the same, all 50-cent cards, according to Beckett OPG. Let's get over to TCDB. Oh boy. There's 44 1976 Tops Happy Days inserts and related sets. There is an A series with red borders. There's an A series stickers, and there's just the stickers. So there's that. Comments. Killer B says, first ever cards I had given to me by my mom. He said that in 1918. In 2024, Spacey 32 tells us that's if you can't decide between past tense and present tense. You say tolls us. This was the first pack I ever opened. I had 5 brothers and sisters, and when my parents took us shopping, they gave us a reward of a drink or candy bar. They were happy when I would say, "Can I get a 25-cent pack of cards instead?" It became my usual pick every trip. So good for you, Spacey 32. Packaging, there's a wrapper right there. Red wrapper, extra sticker in every pack. Hey, the Fonz is here, and Happy Days in that beautiful neon type font there, yellow, but looks like a neon sign. Curved T Tops is located somewhere in that there wrapper, in one stick of bubble gum included in this pack. It's been a minute since we've gone over the ingredients. So Tops Chewing Gum Inc., Duryea, PA, 1 something 8542, I guess, made and printed in USA. Dextrose corn syrup, gum base, softeners, natural and artificial flavors, artificial colors, and shit. I think that's what it says. Nope. It says BHT to maintain freshness. In Canada, made and distributed by OPG Company Limited, London, Ontario, under license with Tops Chewing Gum Company. This is batch 04342101-6 in case there is a recall later on. Nice to know that they put in freshness with the BHT. Looks like SHIT from a distance. And softeners. So I can't imagine what the gum would have been like without softeners. You could get a gold or silver name tag here, our real 14K electroplated or silver plated name tag on chain. Get the whole class to wear them. Tags hold up to 28 letters. Send 125 and 15 Bazooka comics to Bazooka, Box 7860, Westbury, New York, 11592. Print clearly, give zip. Not valid. Where prohibited, regulated, or taxed. Offer expires 12/31/76. So while we're going through this whole thing here, a couple baseball stories, I guess we'll talk about Happy Days. 2 things I remember most vividly about Happy Days, and this is the honest truth. There's 3 things I remember most, but the 2 most are the following. Henry Aaron made an appearance on Happy Days once. Remember, this was whatever it was, mid 60s. Hank Aaron makes an appearance on the show. He looks like a 40-plus-year-old semi-retired baseball player making a cameo in a 1950s television show where he would have been in his 20s. So that was interesting. I didn't realize that till I was older, but Hank Aaron made a guest appearance. And another odd thing inside the mind of John Keating is that there was an episode, I believe it was the 57 World Series they were watching. Someone hit a dinger, whether it's Eddie Matthews or Hank Aaron or somebody like that, and they made a meal out of the fact that you couldn't replay the hit, right? So, and the audience caught on to it right away, that crazy live studio audience, knowing that they were living in the age of replays, early age of replays, but replays nonetheless. They were laughing hysterically that Mr. C would never see that home run again because there was no replay back in the 50s. So that's it. Third story would be Mork from Ork making an appearance there. But Henry Aaron and no instant replay. Backs of these cards have puzzles, no stats, no draft or how acquired, no heights or weights or bats or lefts or rights or hits or catches or whatever. So makes a puzzle in the back. They're blue bordered with a white border surrounding a picture and some fun little stuff written on the bottom. We're going to go through this real quick, though. The puzzle backs say 1974 Paramount Pictures Corporation and 1976 Topps Chewing Gum Inc. Printed in USA. Collect all 44 cards. So I believe that's a 1974. Nope, it says 1976 Paramount Pictures. So 76 Paramount copyright and 76 Topps Chewing Gum. Card number 1, Fonzie and Richie. A chick is like a phone. Easy to pick up, says Fonz. Card number 2, Richie, you're such a turkey. That's Shortcake there, giving us a little sarcasm, as only younger sisters would do. Potsy, what do you want to be if you grow up? That's Mr. C slamming the man there. Potsy Weber was his name. The president can't speak to the Fonz. I don't know what that means. The cool is a dying art, says Fonzie. Richie says, some date we actually watched a movie. Easy girls, one at a time, says Fonz. These kids today, they dress like clowns, says, I guess Mr. C and that hottie Mrs. C at a International Order of the Fezzes or whatever he belonged to. Those are the kookiest basketball uniforms. That's Potsy again. And Richie, sorry, Mom, no kissing. What would Fonzie think? Wow, that's a little provocative there, if you ask me, card number 10. Let's get over to card number 11. There's Fonzie on a motorcycle. He's wearing a leather jacket. Couldn't wear a leather jacket at the beginning of the series because it was a little too edgy. But hey, card number 12, Fonz. Hey, you're aching for a break-in, says Fonzie. Fonzie's back at it again in card 14. Fixing up hot rods is a real gas. 15, take it from the Fonz. Cool is the rule. Card 16, if I were a disc jockey, I'd get some respect. I don't know whether that's Mr. C or Mrs. C, but there's some friction there in the bedroom. Sorry, Richie. Buy your own hula hoop, says Potsy Weber. Girls are like vanilla shakes. Delicious, says Richie. I've got a date with a cheerleader 6 months from Saturday. So that's Richie, young Richie, and that's the card I have, by the way. So, and it's not for sale. I know what I have. Here comes the Fonz, card number 20. He's on his motorcycle. You're cruising for bruising, says the Fonz. They're at the booth at Arnold's or Al's or whatever it was called, and there are fountain drinks being drunken or dranked or drinked or drooped. Here come the dragons. You're not the dragons. You guys are just drags. So there's a rival motorcycle gang, perhaps hanging out in the parking lot of Al's or Arnold's, whatever it's called. Now for the $64,000 question. What's a nerd? Have no fear. The Fonz is here. Card number 24 says 25 is ice cream at Arnold's is not a hot date. 26, the whole family. This whole family is cruising for a bruising. Of course, we see Shortcake, Richie, Mrs. C, and Mr. C having a good time. Potsy says, eat your heart out, Elvis. He's singing to the people at the lodge. Elk Herd Lodge, whatever it is. I don't know. Richie is like an apple, rotten to the core, says his sister, Shortcake. Joni is her name. Boy, I just remembered that. 28 cards in. 29. Whoa, says Fonz. 30, no date for Saturday night. It's enough to drive me to drink. Richie having a bottle of Coca-Cola. Chalk up another one for the Fonz, says cards 31. 32, these kids are cool, but they can't Charleston, says Mr. C. But a boy wants to go out with a young lady, not a center fielder, says Mrs. C to Shortcake, who's dressed as a ball player. I've got class and not the kind you get in school, says Fonzie on his motorcycle. I just met the girl of my dreams. She's the new cook at Arnold's, says Potsy. Fonzie's back. Card 36. To be cool or not to be cool is the question. I'll have 6 burgers and 3 shakes. Hold the fries. I'm on a diet, says Potsy. 38 says love is a sweet experience, just like ice cream. That's Richie and Potsy. You can't beat the Fonz, says card number 39. He's playing the bongos. What a drum solo that was. This motor just isn't cool, says the Fonz. Car broke down in the Cunningham's driveway. Getting to the end here, folks. I can't fix your car, guys. You're better off with an Etzel, said Fonzie. 42, if you had my looks, Fonzie, chicks would be no problem, says Richie. And 43, watch out, chicks. The Fonz is dressed to kill. He's in his leather jacket, his blue shirt. His blue jeans and his white shirt. And then big wheels for the big wheels is card number 44. So no Chuck Cunningham, if you were expecting that. There certainly was no Ralph Malph. No Arnold, no Al, no Leather Tuscadero, no Pinky Tuscadero. So the set didn't have it all. But 1976, I had myself some happy days at least one night a week, and went to bed a happy kid in my footy pajamas and a belly full of laughs. So thank you, Tops. Thank you, Happy Days and Paramount Pictures and all who brought me such wonderful programming entertainment as an 8-year-old back in, at that time, the suburbs of Philadelphia, PA. That's Basement Tapes number 288. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you very, very soon, shall we? Yes.